Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn how to apply the direct proportion methods to solve sums. While solving sums based on direct proportion, one needs to be sure that the items are in direct proportion. Once that is established, we can use one of the following two methods to solve the sums. The methods are based on these two equations which we saw. We saw the quantity 1 to quantity 2 is equal to k, which is k is a constant. So one of the method is based on this. The second one is based on what we saw, that the ratio of the quantities remain same. This method, we have been using it and we used to call it unitary method. And this method we have used and we call it proportion method. In this video, I will show you how these two methods are related to what we have been using, and that will help us to use these methods more effectively. Let's take the example which we had seen in the first video. So the sum is, if 5 balls cost rupees 60, how much will 11 balls cost? Now let's solve using the unitary method, which is where we are first going to find x upon y, and that is equal to k. And then we will use to find the, or we'll call it x1 upon y1, the first one. We'll find k, and then we'll find x2 by using k into y2. This y goes that side, x2 will be k into y2. Now only one precaution we have to take here. The x is the one which we want to find. So in this case, cost is going to be x. And hence when we start x1 upon y1, we have to see k is equal to, constant is equal to x, cost 60, x1 which is 60 upon y1 which is 5. And that gives us rupees 12. So k is 12. And now to find x2. x2 is cost of 11 balls. So to find x2 is equal to k into y2. K we have found as 12 into y2 is 11 balls. And that's going to give us rupees 132. So that's a unitary method. What we did, this k, we found the cost of one ball. This k here is actually cost of one ball. 60 is cost of 5 balls. So what is the cost of one ball? Rupees 12. So that is what we call about unitary method. So we found cost of one ball and then we multiplied the cost of one ball with 11 balls to get the total cost of 11 balls. Now let's solve this using proportion method. In proportion method, we use x1 upon x2 is y1 upon y2. So now what is x1? Do we need to be using x as cost only? Yes, no, doesn't matter. It absolutely does not matter whether you use x as cost or x as balls. Let me use x as balls. So 5 upon 11. 5 balls upon 11 balls is equal to, if this is x1, so we have to just get the same y1 here. So 5 and 60. So 60 upon y2. And that gives us 5y2 is equal to 11 into 60. Transposition. This y2 gone that side, it was divided here. When it went that side, became multiplied by. This 11 was divided here, when got that side, became multiplied by. And now y2 is equal to 11 into 60 divided by 5. Again, this 5 is moving this side, becomes divided by. 5 ones are 5, 5 12s are 60, 11 into 12 is 132, rupees 132. Now, as I told you, it does not matter if I use X as cost or balls. For example, if let's use here, I use X as balls. Now here I use X as cost. Let's say X1. X1 is 60 upon X2, we don't know, is equal to Y1 is 5, because now Y are balls. Y2 is 11. What will happen? This 11 goes that side, so it will be 60 into 11 is equal to this X2 goes this side, 5 into X2. And again 60 into 11 upon this 5. This 5 moves this side, becomes divided by, is equal to X2. And hence X2 is equal to, these 5 ones are 5, 5 12s are 60, 12 into 11 is 132. So the beauty of this method, proportion method, is that you don't have to know what you are going to use as X and what you are going to use Y. It doesn't matter. Whereas in our unitary method or the constant method, we need to be sure what is X and what is Y. Let's take another example. 144 books were distributed amongst 24 students. If same number of books are to be given to each student as these 24 students have got, then how many students will get the 78 books remaining? Now let's solve using unitary or constant method. So now in unitary or constant method, it is important that to know what we are trying to find. We are trying to find how many students. So when we want to find students, students should be X. And hence K, which is constant, is equal to number of students receiving books divided by the books distributed, or number of books. So first, number of students were 24 and number of books were 144. 24 ones are 24, 24 6s are. So K is equal to 1 upon 6. Once we have K is equal to 1 upon 6, then we know X2, which is the student, number of students which will get benefited, is equal to K into Y2. K into Y2. So K is 1 upon 6 into Y2 is 78 books. And that gives 6 ones are 6, 6 13s are 78. And so X2 is 13. Therefore, 13 students will get books. 13 more students will get books. So, as I told you, it is very important that we need to understand what is X when we are finding the constant. If we make mistake, then the K will be different. Let's say if I use number of books up and number of students down, K would be 6, and 6 into 78 would be wrong. Hence, it is very important to know what is X, and X is the quantity which we are trying to find out. Now let's use the other method. Let's use the proportion method. In proportion method, we know X1 upon X2 is equal to y1 upon y2. Doesn't matter what is x, what is y. So same quantity should be over each other. So x1 in this case, let's say if I take books, then 144 upon 78. And 144 is the first quantity, so first students are 24. So 24 upon y2. And therefore 144 y2 is equal to 24 into 78. What we have done, transposition, 78 goes that side. So this is divided here. When it goes that side, multiplied. Same way y2 goes from here to there, divided here, becomes multiplied. And therefore now y2 is equal to, and what is y2? y2 is the number of students which we want to know, is 24 into 78 upon 144. Again transposition, 144 from here goes that side, becomes divided by 24 ones are 24, 24 6s are 144, 6 ones are 6, 6 13s are 78, and hence y2 is 13. So 13 students will get the remaining books. I am sure you have liked the video. Hit the like button and leave your views in the comment section below. Do watch our other videos on this topic. Subscribe our channel and click the bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload new videos. You may also download the QTube app at the link provided in the video description. Till we meet again, goodbye.